Okay. And so pause that. I think then we're going to put it into the recording bit. Okay. There we go. Rightio. I think we're on
Hey, Brian.
YouTube. How are you? We're not, we don't have to worry about, we're not streaming into the Facebook group. We're streaming into, hey, Alistair, we're streaming into YouTube.
Right, Tom,
And
hi.
How are you?
Oh, sure.
How's that dinner going?
Hey?
You got the dinner done and ready?
No, I've done all that earlier.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Rightio. Now, it's all different setup today. So now I don't have to record it because it's going straight into YouTube. Got to work all this out now. Yep, everything else seems fine. Right. I'm Brian Knight and I lived in Melbourne, Australia. It's just turned 5:30 in the morning and it's, I think it's only about 8 degrees outside and 22 in here. Got the fire nicely ticking away. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So, how'd you go, Tom?
What do you mean?
GA.
Oh, I'm still in it.
Yeah, I thought you would be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it did that D and then off it went. So that was around that, for me, 2 o'clock. It was, yeah.
Yeah. So currently I'm just waiting for it to pull back up here
Yeah.
to the last up candle before the down move.
Yep.
Right at that peak.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at the second trade.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No worries at all. Yeah. There was quite a few opportunities my yesterday. So I'm still sitting in AUD USD. It came up. It didn't create a D. It just sort of around London Open, it just pulled back, and then New York pushed back up, and now it's just sort of sitting sideways. So I'm looking at this to either it will break back up again, or it'll come back down to my entry. So we'll just see what happens. But yeah, that's where that is, and you're in the GA. So that's nicely pushed itself up. So where'd you get in, Tom? Down here somewhere at the D?
No, I got in. You see where the big move down went?
Yeah.
Go up just a little bit, just a little bit. One more right there. So you see that blue, you see the green one next to it, that wick to the left?
Yeah.
Nope, to the left.
Oh, that one there.
Yeah. So I got in there.
Okay.
So as it came down, I got in and it's pulled back. My stop loss is above the left at the peak.
Well, hang on a minute. Your stop loss is up here somewhere? No?
My original stop loss was right there.
Right.
Now I have moved my stop loss up to the peak on the left.
Right up here.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying I'm waiting for it to pull back to the peak it's at now. Because it
Right.
failed. See the peak it's at now?
Yeah. Yep. So hang on a minute. So you in it for a sell?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Let me go back out to 3 hours and get me a different perspective. Welcome, Helen and Alistair. All right. Okay. So what you're
Well,
thinking is it's not going to break that C. It's going to basically just pull back down again.
Correct.
Okay.
I think it's going to break that low to the where the D is.
The D is down here. Okay.
And all I'm waiting for is that pullback
And
to complete.
And come down here.
Yep.
Okay.
Because if you notice, even the number 4 on that one doesn't break that left.
The target 4.
The target 4 is right at that peak.
Yeah. It'll always be the 1. It's actually set at 1. Okay, which is equal to the C from the D. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm down on the 5 minute, and I'm watching this I'm watching this play out right now. So as it pushed down and it pulled back, it created all that liquidity there at the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's not going to break that peak that it just created.
Yeah.
And then I'm waiting for
you don't think it'll break this here?
Correct.
Okay. And you feel it'll push up, pull down. If it does break that, then it's ready to go further. Okay, no worries. So you got in, where is it? Over here somewhere for the sell out.
Your left.
Okay.
To your left.
Over here. Yeah.
See that green wick right next to that?
Yeah.
That's where my entry was.
Okay.
So I put it in and it came down to my changeover bar.
Yeah.
And it caught it all the way down. And remember, I said I was going to bed right then?
Yeah.
And then when I woke up this morning, it was already on its way back up.
Yeah.
So I just watched it to make sure it didn't break that left to the peak. And now I'm waiting for my second trade. So this is going to pull up.
Well, this is on a 3 hour though, so it can't be over there. That was back on 31st of May. It's in here. This is where you got in.
See, I got in right at.
Yeah, over here.
Let's see.
Yours was just.
It was this candle right here. It was. So
that's the 3 hour there. I'll come back to the 15. Sorry, it'll make more sense to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong time frame myself.
Yeah, I was on a 3 hour. So you got in just there, which was within the same 24 hour period. Yeah. And you got in here for a sell. It pulled back up and then back down again.
I got in at
there.
This candle right here. It triggered at 8 a.m. That's not right.
It must have been the day before, was it? Hang on, I'll put it on your time just so that I know Los Angeles. So which day was it? Was it back here?
It was Tuesday at 5 p.m. when it broke. So it was Thursday at 5 p.m. How is that working out? Am I in the right one? Yeah, GDP AUD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Thursday at 5 p.m. candle.
Oh, you've been in for ages.
No, why does mine look different than you? Oh, you're on 15. I'm on the 3 hour.
Yeah, but you're saying Thursday.
15. Let's go down to 15 and look.
Hang on, this is slightly confusing now.
oh, there it is. There it is. Monday at 6 p.m.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it broke that. It's the candle that broke that bottom. That red candle that broke the bottom to the right.
Monday at 6 p.m. This is it. Is it this here?
One over to the right.
Over here.
That's one more red candle.
There.
That's the one I got in on.
Ah, right. Oh, you're just using the reference of the candle to the left. Okay, rightio. Yeah, you got in for the sell. Okay, rightio. So if I put a short position on roughly there, and you put your stop loss where?
It was at the top.
Ah, it was there. It was there, and then you've now moved it up here.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. And you're looking for it to come back down. Fair enough.
I am expecting it not to break that peak to the left.
Yeah.
Because
Not to
that's
break
now
there or
the
there.
third attempt.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Now without some kind of a push down, even if it does turn to go back up.
Yeah.
If it pushes down, I'm expecting it to break the bottom.
Yeah. Break down here. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Before any kind of a push back up.
Well, that's really interesting. So you actually moved your stop loss.
I do all the time.
Wow. Okay. That's something I used to do. I never do now.
Well, here's why I do
Interesting. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, for a couple of reasons. One, I had originally moved the stop loss to the higher peak to the left because I saw it was coming back and I didn't want to get stopped out from my spread.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh, it's not going to break this peak here. Look, it made a V. It's going to come down. I'm not worried
this
about
one
it.
then. Yeah.
I even went back into profit for a second.
Yeah.
And then when it pushed up, I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's not ready to come down yet, which means it's not supposed to beat that one to the left. So even if I lose this trade, I'm still only losing 1%. I only trade 0.5%.
Right. Okay.
So
You were
if I
trading
have to
half and then
move my stop loss, the most I'm gonna lose is 1%.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to be in the
That makes
trade.
a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense, Tom.
So I want to be in the trade.
Yeah.
So when it does, if it breaks, I lose 1%. But if it doesn't and it continues down, then I know I can pick up another 0.5% trade down the line to make a full 1% when I'm finished trading it. If I lose my 1%, I lose 1%.
Yeah. And so you're basically playing in the soup at the moment.
Yes, because I'm looking for, because if you go back to where it all started on Friday the 23rd, it's been ranging.
Hey, I'll go to the 3 hour. Friday 23rd, is it? Did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go way to the left.
June the 23rd.
Friday, June 23rd. Way to the left.
No, that's Tuesday the 22nd. Friday the 23rd.
Okay. See that cluster
There's Friday the 23rd. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you could blow that up on the 15th.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
So there it is right there. There's your cluster.
Yeah. Here.
So you can see where it peaked out at the top on the left.
Yeah, there.
It broke to make a new high, which makes that's the head. The left peak is the shoulder. The right peak should be the other right shoulder.
Yeah.
And it should not beat the center peak.
Yeah. Should not. Yeah.
This was just
and there's all this imbalance down here.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
And even though there was a candle that broke and closed below that wick down to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a sign that we're actually in a change of character, change of
Yeah,
direction.
change the direction. Yeah.
So because it closed below that wick, if it didn't close below the wick,
Mhm.
I would have said no way. I would have just got out of the trade because I'm thinking it's still going up. But
Right.
it broke and closed a candle below that wick. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking at it to not beat that head.
Right. Okay.
And now as we
fair
go
enough.
into the slow hours, it's going to tick up and it's going to hit that last up candle before the down move
Yeah.
at the peak it's at now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it should start just working its way down.
Okay. Yeah, because
So
we're in the.
I have that marked off as the last up candle to the down move as my bar that goes across. I'm waiting for it to just simply pull back up. Because if you go down to if you look at the peak where it's at now, that
Mhm.
last third peak,
Mhm.
and go down to 5 minutes,
Mhm. Yep.
yep. See that last green candle? There's 1, 2, 3 peaks right at the top.
Oh, up here. Yeah.
And then right there to the right is your last green candle.
That one there.
That one there.
Yeah.
So now we've pushed down. It's pulling back up. It's got, if you go down to 1 minute, it's got imbalance.
Oh, it's dangerous now. 1 minute. Yeah.
It's got the imbalance there.
It's got a D off there too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just simply waiting for it to pull. See, look at that. It's even set your, it's got a thing in there for you to take the trade.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got its entry there already.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it to pull back up into that, in that area where the WDN was.
Yeah.
Before it drops out again and takes all that imbalance out.
Okay.
If it doesn't, I lose 1%.
Yeah. Yeah. Big deal. Yeah. Now you're following though your commitment, and that's right. It's good. Lovely.
So the reason I do that is I have found that a lot of these times when I place my trade, it'll come right up to my stop loss and go a tick or two above and turn around and reverse. And it's like, okay,
and with
well,
spread.
And with spread and everything else, it's like, I'm going to give myself some room. So
Yeah,
I take a lower value trade
Yeah.
to get into the trade.
And then you can take
need.
Yeah, then you can take subsequent trades if you to
And then
boost
once it's
that up.
heading down, I can go, yeah, I'll take this. I'll take it on a tighter stop loss and not have to move my stop at all. But it's that initial getting into the trade that it's got to change direction that I'm playing with.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Very good explanation. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And that is the only reason I move my stop loss.
Yeah.
So if it comes down into my trade and it fails to break the low here to the left someplace, and I'm still in it, and it turns around and goes back up, I know it's going to break that high.
Yeah.
Then I'll get out of it. I'll just get out of it. But with this, I'm looking at it, this is the third attempt.
Yeah.
It's got the head and shoulder pattern. Even last night, I said I'm only looking for it to pull back to the neckline. It'll pull back a little further, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But now it's setting up. It has made its push. It's working its flag back up, and I'm waiting for the drop. Yeah,
good. All right then, cool. And you've got some imbalances there, and you got targets back anyway. So,
and that slow flag is going to create opportunity for bearish engulfing candles to come down into all that imbalance in a hard way. Now, if it keeps going,
you're looking for it to drop off like this.
Yes.
And come.
It may take a few hours.
Yeah.
But I'm not in a rush.
No, you can't be, can you? Okay, cool. Let's come back up to 15 for a minute. Right. Well, that is very interesting.
Just like on the AUDs that I'm watching with you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm waiting for this to pull back. It's going to break this trend line down at the bottom on the 15.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're talking opposite direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've noticed when this goes up, those go
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I go down.
So
That's
I'm
right.
watching this one
Yeah.
to go back
To go
down.
down, which means they'll go up.
Exactly. And when it
Yeah.
does, that's when I'll get into these.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. And when you're around long enough, you realize that they're the opposites of how they work. And same sort of thing is, if the US is stronger, then gold will go down. If US is weaker, gold will go up.
Right.
I mean, similar sort of stuff. That's where I don't like that. That's another reason why I don't like AUD, NZD, because they're in the same basket. That's the problem. But
yeah, I'm learning to love the AUD because, man, they stay in that trading range.
Oh, yeah.
They're not big movers up and down.
No.
But they are up and down, and they're consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely correct with that. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit like Euro USD to a certain extent, or USD CAD. They have a sort of a similar flavor to them, that they're very bouncy in the way that the price goes. So that was it. Thank you, Tom. Helen, Alistair, what have you got? Anything you want to? How's your FTMOs going?
I've done nothing today. Half an hour this morning, I was out the whole day doing.
Oh,
jobs.
you're very busy.
Next week will be better. So I'm a waste of time just now.
Yeah,
I've looked at my. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say I've hardly traded at all this week yet. I've just been so busy with other things.
My
gosh. I mean, looking at my charts, there's definitely been bouncing off points of control really well. Euro.
I was going to say the euros.
Euro NZD today came off 1.76352.
Yeah, but look at
that was practice perfectly.
Yeah, but check out Euro AUD. Like you just oh, I got to change this back because that won't suit you, Tom. But like this was just pre-London Open, and then off it went. Like no problem at all. There's a 10% in there. No dramas at all. If you go, what was it, Euro JPY? Look at that. That push up as well came off here. It came out of Tokyo Open, and just kept going. Euro NZD, as you say. Oh, sorry. Oops. Euro JPY. I'll just go back because you've got a scan coming off that now. Wait for it to open.
The Euro AUD came off the 0.618 on the fib, bounced back down, jumped up from there, which was just under the cactus. It's on the order block.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you've got a D off here now for this to go into sell for the Euro JPY. Where's the Euro AUD? What are you talking? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it came off up there. I've got these other lines. It actually went, let me just go to 1 hour so that I was looking at that. Oh, God, I keep looking for auto. It's not there. So basically, here's the, I've got to change this actually. That's the swing low there. So you've got a high to a low. And basically it's just come back into the 71, 78. Sort of bounced around in there. If I can make it 15, this was a good trade, which I didn't take because I was trading AUD USD. All right. But these are the euros, obviously the other way. It did this pull down and then straight back up. So that was the day. My morning. And then when it came to London, that's it. Off it went. And then New York just continued it. So it's Euro AUD. Actually, I didn't look at all of these because I don't have them. Oh, look at CAD, Euro CAD, Euro CHF, Not as much. UOGBP, not as much. You wouldn't expect it. The UOJPY though, and UONZD, really nice moves, all coming out of London Open. I think Singapore wasn't.
Euro CAD came off a POI. I've got the error chart on. When that was
Yeah, okay, yeah.
today at 7 o'clock this morning. That was, yeah.
And then Euro USD even same sort of thing, came out of Tokyo and then just kept moving. Interesting, but the point is there is this big drop, so much imbalance. It's working its way back up. Like if you go USD, where we got from here down, yeah, it's made it to the 71.78. So potentially it's around the move, ready to go back into sell. But we don't have a scan off it. It's still off the D there. Yeah.
Euro USD was unbelievable. I mean, I haven't these at all. Was unbelievably off 1.08451 on Friday morning.
I reckon this will
bottomed out and limey.
I reckon this will push up higher. You can see it. You know, such a downtrend. It's now pull back. It'll break this high up here. I think it's still in a push up. This is on the daily.
That's gone right between two cactuses. Amazing. Perfect.
What has?
Euro USD.
Well, I think it's got more to move up into these imbalances that are up here on the daily. These order blocks in here. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's on that, but the euros were big movers in the last 24 hours. So, well, from a 15-minute perspective, they were anyway. Then GA and, of course, GN would do a similar thing. Look at GN. Now they're off the D. So this is a good inclination, Tom, for your potential sellout on both of these. If GN's about to go, GA, have we haven't got a scan on that one? Doesn't look it. No. It was interesting too, Tom, when you said yesterday, it's like, oh, but I've got a scan on the 1 hour. I didn't have it. It didn't come up for me.
Oh.
Yeah. I went looking, but.
Well,
yeah,
I personally have them both turned on.
What do you mean both?
I use the trend scope and the HPV2. I use them both.
Oh.
So sometimes I'll get 6 or 7 scans onto one. And where one will pick up a scan, the other one won't.
Well, okay, you've got both. That's probably why. Hang on. What was it?
HP-V2.
Yeah, it's the V2 one. Okay.
So I just leave them on.
Oh, look, yeah. So it is there on the hour with the. Okay.
Okay, for all you kids watching out there, see all the targets and stuff?
Yeah.
Where it says, you know, all the lettering and stuff like that, and can you blow that whole section up?
Sure.
I should have my glasses on. That would help. Okay, so if you go into HHV2, the little cog, and you go into style, I think it is, and I get rid of all the labels. All I'm looking for is the scan. I'll decide where my targets are going to be.
Okay, cool.
But they show up that way, and I got rid of all the backgrounds and everything else, so I can see the scan, and I know that's the D. It just cleans up my.
Your view. Yeah.
My chart, correct. So I just leave them on. I just got rid of all the wording for them.
Yeah. I see you using both. All right then. But this Trendscope one isn't showing one up. Okay.
Right. And just remember, you always go off the bigger scan. The little
Yes.
scans are only to adjust on a smaller time frame.
Yeah.
You want the big scans on the higher time frame.
Well, that might be why you had a scan and I didn't, because I was only using the extreme on the GA. Anyway,
Sorry, could I just check which indicator is HPV2?
it is auto harmonic. It's by Trendscope as well. It has a bigger following, but it's a V2.
Oh, I have missed that one.
That's one that we were using originally, I think, and then we
Yeah,
went
you
over
talked
to the
about it before.
Trendscope. Auto harmonic.
Patterns version 2.
Yeah. Is it not there?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Got it.
It is
Thank
there.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries at all.
That's the same reason I turned off the all the numbers and things to the AHP extreme.
Yeah, so you went in here and turned those things off
I
as
turned
well.
everything off except for the scans themselves, and I left
Yeah.
the boxes so it could show me which direction it thought it was going to go
Yeah.
with the buy and sell boxes. Everything else I just got rid of. I just leave and I get rid of the backfill so I can see all my chart. And
Yeah.
I'm 100% just cleaning up actually these days.
Mm.
It's just narrowing down so cleanly.
Right. So we're waiting for a sell out of this one. Even though it's been in that, well, let's sell the buy. It hasn't broken that high. You reckon now it's topping out here and it's ready to come back down
Mm-hmm.
and potentially break this low.
Mm-hmm. Or come down and not break that low
And then pull back up again. Yeah.
and pull back up. Either way.
It doesn't really matter. It's still a considerable amount of, 400, 500 pips. Okay.
Now it may pop up there and wipe me out.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
may.
It's the same here. It's what I've got on AUD USD.
Yeah, and I see a lot of stuff online where people are talking about, AUD USD going all the way back down to the bottom.
Down here at
beating
62
that.
cents. It could be great for it.
Technically, we are in an overall downtrend.
It depends what happened. I was reading more about BRICS. I mean, it's like, woo! The meeting's coming up soon in South Africa to get away from the standard currency US dollar. So they're going to just make some BRICS and then trade each other within that. But then US is also talking about going digital. Yeah. I think I read something the other day that one of the philanthropists here in Australia was offering Ukraine, I don't know, so many billions of dollars once they're, to help rebuild or whatever. But the one condition was that all their currency is turned digital.
I think me personally, digital is going to be the future.
Oh, how else is government's going to have control? It's like
not only that, but they can manufacture digital currency as much as they want.
Yeah, correct.
So as these jobs start dying off because of AI, they're going to start giving people X number of digital coin points a month, like a universal income. And that's how they're going to control the masses.
Yeah.
Same way China is.
Yeah. Well, well, maybe it's not that far off, is it? I mean, just think about it. You know, they made a Matrix film about it and had several of them to demonstrate the same principle. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's amazing how many countries have already turned towards digital.
yeah.
Like we're coming in mid-game now.
Well, it's all to try and control the flow of the money, where there's so much in laundering and so much in drugs and so much in dodgy stuff. It probably will never completely, but if you outlaw, the physical currency, then bartering. Well, as I said there, the only thing that's left is actually bartering.
Right.
And
in time, a generation will be getting rid of bartering, and there'll be full digital currency.
Oh no, I think you could still barter. I mean, they could outlaw it, but you could still do it. I mean, but it just limits things though. It's a bit hard bartering for a hitman though, I suppose, or a hit person.
Unless they need chicken.
How many chickens you want to knock this person? It's like, do it for a dozen eggs.
That's right.
But yeah. So yeah, but I think the Aussie dollar will pull up at the moment just purely because of. I'll just take this off. Actually, yeah, no, I'll take it off. But, if you look at that, the push up, the pull back down, it could push further down. And again, same sort of thing as you, Tom. It'll be 1%. But the point is, I think it's got more of a push up at the moment. We've been, it's broken the highs over here. It's up, it's pulled back. So we'll just see how we go. That's all right. Just looking at it. And then you could say, well, hey, did I make the right decision? I mean, that was the 30% there. This was back at when? Start of June. Put that 30% line in. 30 degree angle line. And you've got it also off here as well. So it's broken it, but whether it continues down or not, it's another thing. Off that. Anyway, we'll just see what happens with that ADSD. I'm still in the bus.
Well, move your 30% bar over to the new.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I can move it over to there.
There you go. Now, if it continues down, all you're doing is picking either the last candle down or the imbalance, which I learned, by the way, imbalance supersedes order blocks. You have a higher chance of turning around at imbalance, taking the imbalance and reversing, than you do at an order block. It's a pecking order.
Hang on a minute. Say that again in a minute. Hang on a minute. Yeah. So what was that? Sorry. What's the higher priority?
The higher priority is imbalance.
Oh, yes.
And then
Okay.
order blocks.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a priority level. Correct. Well, see, this is, I could bring this up further and further. I mean, it's broken that 30, but on this time frame, on the daily, it's sort of just sitting in that at the moment. Anyway, if we come back down to the hour. Yeah. We'll see. It did this consolidation, pulled up, and then it's just come back to here. It hasn't broken the low yet. So I'm looking at more push. Now, just remember, what is today? Wednesday. So it's just under a week, and we'll have an RBA, so Reserve Bank of Australia interest rate decision. And if you look, see that one just there? Look, that just there? That was interest rate decision. What was it? No, that's there, Tuesday 6. So you can see how it pushed up before, it pulled back, and then when it came to the interest rate decision, off it went until the 16th of June. Just kept going. So we've got a pullback now, the same as this sort of pullback. I think we're getting ready for we'll get ready for a push up and then come up and break. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Tom, that they reckon it's going to come back down, but I think we're still in a push up at the moment. We'll see. But that's a strong push over, half a month sort of thing. That pullback doesn't need to happen for imbalance. It could come back further, but it'll get ready. We'll see what happens around interest rate call time. It may actually not have an interest rate increase, which means then it may pull back down again. So anyway, we're here for a long time and a good time. So that's that one.
Have you guys watched any of those Mint videos?
Yeah. I haven't watched The Suit twice. I've only watched it once.
Yeah, I did
I've
have
been
a quick
watching
look
some of
this
them.
morning. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah. I haven't.
So you're not looking, Tom, you're not looking for the markets to reverse anymore. You want them to turn turtle.
I'm looking for all opportunities.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the GA and what Tom's, in a way, if I come back to the 15, that is like a turtle. Push up, come up, break it, pull back down, and you go like, oh, she's on the way down. Then it just pulls back to here. That's very typical of what he was explaining, and now ready for a sell. If it does, like that's just, all of us have seen this. All of us has gone, okay, now there's a swing high, it's now coming down, and then it just pulls back up here.
Right.
Absolutely typical before it drops back out again.
And if you notice,
That's the liquidity sweep, and then ready. Yeah.
yep. So if you notice, if you can blow up that small section right there where it's the last peak.
Yeah, sure. That bit there?
Right? Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, look where it pulled up. It just took the bottom of that in balance. So
Hang on a minute.
it's the bottom of the third candle.
This one.
Other way. On the red down. See the wicks?
Yeah.
Okay, so from that candle, that small one, down to where the red line is, to where the green one is all in balance. And it just came up and touched the bottom of that top red wick.
Oh,
it just took out all the imbalance.
Yeah. It did.
And look, now I'm looking for it to come down. Now I'm starting to look at for a bearish engulfing candle down.
Yeah.
To get into that trade again.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, something like this sort of thing, or yeah. If
So
you get that sort of thing over here, that's potential. Yeah. Okay. If I go,
so you don't have to, but if you go down to like a lower time frame, like 3 minutes or 1 minute, whichever, you can see there's more imbalance at the top of the peak.
Yeah, up here.
So that's why I'm saying I'm looking for a quick push down. Maybe.
Oh, you got a D there anyway. Yeah.
Right. somewhere in there, I think it's going to give us that fake push up,
Yeah.
and then we're going to get a dive down.
Yeah.
Because it's just systematically ticking things off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I will be watching Mike today, and Alistair and Helen will be able to see when they wake up what's happened. Okay. I'm watching that. I'm not sure about all the euros now. Once they've made their move, they could be doing a pullback or going sideways. So if we go Euro AUD, we've had that push. It's done the, what are we on? 1 minute, sorry. I'll come back to 15 so I can see it, please. There. You know, after a push like that, we're potentially going to get this pull back down before it goes back up again, if it does. Or it could be a turn, because we're sort of around that. We've gone through the 71, 78, 6. We're nearly up to 88. It may push up to there before it comes back out. But I'm just going to sort of watch what happens with it. And Euro JPY, similar thing. Have we got a D off there yet? Let's have a look. I think we should have a D. Yeah, we got a D. So it's more likely it potentially to pull back. It's right at that point right now. Euro NZD and probably Euro CAD, all of them probably. Is that got a, so look and see if that's run the D. Yeah. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
These unlimited.
Hey?
These unlimited.
Yeah. Wow. Oh,
I
but
don't
these
have
ones,
any of that.
these ones are all being reached. So all of these ones down here, the crab, the deep crab, the butterfly, and the Gartley, and another Gartley are all coming off the bottom here. So that push up was predicted there. Now you've got the a cipher, two ciphers and a Gartley waiting for that push back down now. And none of them come to entry yet. Let's see if it pushes. If it doesn't break that D there, we're ready to come back down. Oh, that's your NZD. Wow. That was one you were talking about, Elsa.
Yeah, that's my POI, yeah. Hasn't got to it yet, but it came off at the bottom on today.
Oh yeah, off there.
Yeah, it came off that. I mentioned it earlier, 7 o'clock this morning. Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was your trade of the day, I reckon, if you'd done it.
Yeah, that was a really good trade. Well, the Euro JPY was as well.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
It was great, but that was too early for you.
Yeah.
That was like while you're asleep. But if you had to come up here where market open, you still would have had a really good trade. And it's coming off a D as well. So it looks like the euros, most of the euros are ready to turn. We'll just see. And they're all looking like there's a fair bit of, what did you say, Tom? Imbalance, overrides, orders. There's a fair bit of imbalance back down in here. So the euros might take a bit of a hit. We'll just see. They might even go sideways for a while before they do go into sell.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the push and the pullback and then the drop. So the push, the flag back up, and the drop.
Yeah. Okay. Then on the euros, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're talking about your GA. That's all right. Is anybody else focusing on any others? I've got, there was also Swiss franc Japanese yen. That also did a very nice push as well. If you look at that, like that's a good 9% on that out of, where was it? Yeah, see if you come over here to London Open, it came up, pulled back, and then at New York, it pulled back, and then at New York Open, it pushed back up. So Swiss franc as well is still strong. I mean, you look at, if I go back to the, we go to the daily. You know, look how far. I did say like weeks ago, we were working towards this. Whoop. Oh gosh, I can't. I think it's on a weekly, is it? Oh no, see that peak there? The peak there? And we looked at it over here. And there's Alistair's cactuses further back down here. But this one up here, it has, you can't see it because of the thing, but it basically has just pushed past it, as I said it would, and it's gone considerable, like even from that point up. Nearly 370 pips. Good move.
Looks
So,
funny
yeah.
on the it looks funny on the monthly. It's just a straight line.
Yeah, it would be. The last month it's just like
Yep.
crazy. But yeah, if you go back to just the day, it was that was a good trade from London Open. I'm sort of looking more, you know, like where I am, it's sort of like that 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I come and have a look, see what it's at, and then decide from that. And it just happened to be that AUD USD was a bit earlier. That was over here. I saw this one here, which was 11 o'clock my time. And then off it went. I think I was up about 25 pips. It's like, or more, 25, 30 pips. And then basically it just came back and played around. It's like frustrating. Actually, I left it on. I woke up this morning thinking, oh, you know, it's going to be stopped out. So I think the stop was down here somewhere, but it hasn't. And so it's still in trade at the moment, still on the bus. And where are we? Where's the D point over here? So I'm still looking at it to pull back up even further. We'll see. It's done that like consolidation, pulled up, consolidated, pulled back down. Now we'll see what happens when it gets into the trade. It gets back into it today. Target one's way up here. If you look at it from a 15, look at all this imbalance in here and further up. That's why I was in this trade for nearly target 3. I think I put my target at 1 to start with, and then if it had profited out overnight, that's all right. But I've got it sitting here at the moment. Right. Any other questions? Feedback? I mean, so this session has now gone into YouTube as an unlisted. So I've got to organise what I do with that as well. So yeah, I've got to do a bit of work of that maybe over the weekend.
So Thursday's the last day, huh?
What do you mean? Your Thursday, yeah.
Right.
So it's 2 more days.
Right.
2 more sessions this week.
Change over.
I don't know. I suppose. I'm not sure, Tom. I'll check back with Paul, but that's what he had initially said. Have you heard anything, Helen? I thought he was talking 1st of July. No?
To change over to what? Sorry.
I think changing over to
Master plan, right?
Master Plan Affiliates, yeah.
Okay, I guess it felt like he'd kind of already done that in terms of, you know, changing everything. And
I think what's going to happen is SFF as a Facebook page, Facebook page as a group.
oh,
We'll
I see. Okay, that's
just sit there and there won't be anything else happening there. And I think what will happen, is happening is that you'll need to join HBA to continue. And in discussion with Paul, I'll need to go through our chat group and see who's still in, and then have a discussion with people that are in there saying, well, are you a HBA member? If not, then I'll have
Fair
to.
enough. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes, I wasn't thinking about this group. I was kind of thinking more generally. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I've
I
asked,
think-
And
I've
given
asked
the
the
date, that's
sorry.
why I'm saying if it's supposed to be July 1st, that this is the last Thursday would be your last day, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll still, whatever, Tom. As I said, have a chat and we'll work out what we need to do with it.
I've
But
asked for an
that's what it's
affiliate.
at.
I've asked for an affiliate link. I'm going to probably not manage on tomorrow or Thursday because I've got stuff and then packing and supposed to be going. So I'll be
Yeah.
Sunday, a bit of luck, and I'll get it all sorted.
Oh, so Alice, are you going back to who you were? Have you asked for affiliate off of who you were with before?
I've asked. Yeah, I sent a message out tonight.
Cool. No, that's all right. It's all
So
that's all fine too. So yeah, and if that works, if it's whoever you were with before, but yeah, and also too, if you want, then just
yeah,
there's plenty of options.
my IM packed up yesterday. I think it was.
Yeah, good.
So I haven't. Yeah, it's probably gonna.
Well, the thing is,
I thought about renewing it and doing it another month. I don't know.
It's like we haven't used the harmonic. I haven't used the harmonic scanner for the last number of weeks since I cancelled out. Like, I haven't needed to go and listen to Manny. Like, I think we've learnt what we've needed to learn. I mean, look at what we're doing in this group, like just in our chats.
Yeah, I'm not using the SFF anymore either. I stopped that about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, straightforward FOREX. That's right. I've still got it turned on here. But the point is, I mean, if it's there when I'm going to take a trade, great. Where was it? Yeah, like here. Like this showed up. This is on the AUD USD. Like it didn't show up until after I got in the trade. It's like, it's good confirmation, but it's after the event.
Exactly. But but I'm using something else that's free that's doing the same thing for me.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's a 3-line strike under indicators.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying that's was it 3-line
TTF right there on top.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a TTF one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've already got it in my favorites. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
It's the same thing basically.
Well,
actually, I think it's a little cleaner.
It's a bit different, actually. Wow.
So I'm using a combination of which Helen gave us was the whole suite and the 3-strike.
Right.
With the HP patterns and the smart money concepts. That's all I'm using.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all right.
And it's all free. And it's like, I haven't used SFF in a while now.
Yeah, I like it in there because it still does give me some, view on. It actually is a confirmation of the decision I make. That's basically what it is. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that one's
so
interesting.
It's kind of hard to justify master plan.
Yeah.
When everything else is out there, it's free.
Yeah, correct. Well, it's only the live sessions with Paul and
Richard.
Thank you very much. It's important, Richard. Yeah, a miss, but that's like people can do with or without that. I think it is about the community and the support. That's really what you're really sort of hooking into, and your ability to be able to promote if you want to have other community. I actually really like the community of HBA. Because when it's in UK time, I think it's 1 a.m. for you guys, but it's in the morning for me. I actually was on the mastermind call yesterday. That's a great community. It's really
it is, but you're right, it is 1 a.m.
Oh, for you it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because of US time. It must be their evening, I think. But it's like, no, I actually think I like the principles behind it and how it works. But you don't need
But
it.
isn't that just affiliate marketing?
Yeah, it is affiliate marketing. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely
So
correct.
if you're not interested in doing affiliate
You
marketing,
don't have to. No. Correct. The only issue that's arising then is that this group, whatever you want to call it, as in a group of traders, we also have incorporated that for as part of what, because it's actually about a passive income as well as the trading, or the passive income to feed the trading as well, to trade more. So, yeah. Anyway, it's okay, Tom.
I think Paul's view on it is, if you want looking to sell on, as an idea on to others, it's not, you haven't got to justify your own ability in terms of
Correct.
Forex and trading and stuff. Try this. I think that's.
But the thing is, though, Tom, I'll just say this: if you are in the mindset that you have felt that you've learned as much as you can from this group or wherever you've learned your trading, and you want to trade on your own or talk to other groups or whatever, that's absolutely cool, right? Not a problem at all. You don't need to be part of the group, right? Because there is there's a payment need to be made to do that. If, though, the way that I see it is, I've been here for 6.5 years, paying into IM for the 6.5, and now paying HBA. What I'm doing, though, is I'm investing in my ongoing education as a trader. And when I see, like we'll get onto it too once we're fully into affiliate things. Like, I have other options of other trading as well that I sort of alluded to, which will probably have maybe a separate group, not a separate group, but we'll probably have how would I put it? We'll have another sort of area maybe within the group to talk about it. And say, for example, like I've been doing other trading, or doing some copy trading, for example, which, we're returning somewhere between 5 and 10% a month without having to actually be there, setting up. So some of these sorts of things are also available. But the point is, if I'm not part of the group, I wouldn't know about that, if that makes any sense. Or, like, Tom, you've brought so much to the group, like as far as your knowledge and your investigative stuff as well, and things that I investigate, or things that Helen does, or Alistair's, cactuses, or anybody else's bring to the group. And for me, I see that as just ongoing learning. And that was the point I was going to make. When I look at some of these successful traders, any of them, or people that are profiting on an ongoing basis, they're all about that 6 to 10 year mark that they've gone, well, I've done all the hard yards. I'm now into that sort of stage where I can trade on average a lot more profitably than I ever did before. And that's because they've been part of groups and learning. So I'm not trying to sell some. My view is I get so much more out of just hosting the sessions and what happens within the group with Paul or anybody else, and Richard, and what the views are and the different strategies, that I want to hang around to find out more, or to be for me to be able to massage my profitability into shape, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's just that. And yes, there's this struggle between affiliate and just trading. I understand that. But the way that Paul and some of the people within the group, we are inclined or want to, or have a, we want to be able to also fund some more trading through affiliate as well. Anyway, that's just where it's at. Anything you want to add, Helen or Alistair? I'll just ramble a bit.
It is what it is, and Paul's gone through it. Yeah.
And I think it's also something which offers an opportunity to return to some of the people who give so much to the group, like Kevin for all the work he does, and he never gets a bean out of it, and Paul and Richard and you.
Definitely.
And it gives them something back, which I think is only fair.
Yeah, but it also allows other people though too, Helen. That's the thing. But I think also too, this is actually exactly the same playing field as what is if you're an IM Academy.
Yeah.
You could be an IM Academy and not promote it.
Yeah, absolutely. Indeed.
And just trade. So it's actually really no different than it was a month ago. It's just that we have a different affiliate process that I think is a lot more fairer than what it was under IM.
Yeah.
And less restrictive. So anyway, that's why I feel it is a good positive step and change. Anyway, okay. So let's be profitable. That's what it's about. Conserve capital and be profitable. Let's see how we go. Share a few things out as well. No worries at all.
Thanks,
okay,
Brian.
No worries, Tom. It's not the end of the road. Okay.
Okay.
It's always an ongoing. All right then. No worries until tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll just stop sharing there. I'm just going to make sure what the hell am I doing. I think when I just close this, if I go up there, I just stop it. Okay, no worries. That's cool. It's just all different for me than what I've been used to for a couple of years. All right then, until tomorrow, take it easy, everyone. And just share in the group, see what's happening. I'll tell you if I bomb out on AUD USD or whether it starts to pull back up. All right then, ciao.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.